The worrying rescue of the dog that inhaled carbon monoxide gas as consequences of a fire. The firefighters took the dog into the street at once and started giving it oxygen. The dog breathed hard, but soon was able to drink and return to consciousness. A similar situation again, with the dog found on the floor still breathing. It needed oxygen, and the firefighters used a stick to open the dog's jaw. They say it'll be okay. It was taken out of the burning building right on time. Next story isn't less emotional. Look at this firefighter, and you'll understand what he's been through. This time, an unconscious kitty was pulled out. The owner was outside waiting for a miracle. She was extremely worried and begged the firefighters to save her pet. The rescuers immediately started giving it closed-chest heart massage. In a matter of minutes, the kitty was brought back to life. Our grateful thanks goes out to these heroes. This is Jameson. He's only 4 kilos, and people have thrown him away. A worker from Dar Animal Rescue Channel writes that people's indifference never ceased to amaze him. Look at those sad eyes. The baby had skin problems and the fur was almost absent. He was also wormy. The poor thing licked himself all the time and itched so hard that parts of dead skin just came off. He draws back the leg as it's painful to walk. The X-ray showed it was fractured in 9 places. The rescuers made hard work to recover the puppy's health. Many procedures, baths with special shampoo, and constant visits to a vet helped to overcome such diseases like otitis, scab, and fungus. He still has problems with the leg, but he is running happily to play with friends. And here's an unusual case, saving several hundred living things. The rescuer supposes they are a tree frog's larva. Look, the substance is like jelly. The puddle where they were found had almost dried out, and amphibians could have suffered. It was necessary to bring them to the nearest pond, but in borders of a few hundred yards, the rescuer used a net.
Here we go, let's release them into the pond here.
It's not a rare case when dogs get in such places either by the reason of curiosity or just overexcitement. This is a basement of an abandoned building and the walls are 8 meters high. The dog had no chance to get out from here by itself, but it also denied the help of firefighters whom local people called out. He was really frightened and ran away from his rescuers. It was a lucky one because there was no high water level. 4 rescuers hardly managed to catch it. Finally, the mischievous thing was set free. Here is one more similar situation, and again, firefighters who came to the spot to pull out an adult dog and a puppy from under a bridge. It turned out that the dog was chipped, so there was a possibility to find information. Her owners lived far from that place. In a few minutes after the rescue, the dogs were located at the temporary accommodation where they'll be waiting for the owner. A horse fell into a deep ditch and seemed to be exhausted trying to get back out. There was a lot of mud at greater depth and it simply got trapped. To pull it out to a dry place, 8 men were involved. It was able to stand up there and get away by itself. It makes sense for this piggy wiggy to have a nice shower. Hedgehogs are more likely to get in trouble than other animals. Any gap or fence is a real trap for them. And we're ready to make a whole series about only rescuing hedgehogs. What do you think? So the star of this video spent all night in the hole with water and got absolutely exhausted. A woman took the spiny little guy out with the help of a spade and brought it home to get warm. Moreover, it started to rain. The next day, the hedgehog was hiding under the bed when it finally recovered. The rescuers set it free back to nature. It's a typical scene for Simon from Wildlife Aid Channel, but for him, many foxes could have died stuck in the fence. And here's a current case. Maybe this fox wanted to jump over the fence, but something went wrong. It was the concrete fence, and it had no chance to hold with claws and climb over. Simon and operator Lori got down the business. Firm gloves are required in this case because the principal can bite as a thank you. Lori climbed over the fence and they started slowly pulling the fox out from both sides. In a moment, the fox felt the freedom to run faster than Usain Bolt. So the operator couldn't even catch this moment on his camera. The main thing is that the animal is free thanks to the rescuers. This man acted as a rescuer, though usually he deals with repairing cars. He found this Fluffy high upon the post, knotted in the wire bunch. It's unknown if the wires were charged during the rescue, but the kitty didn't want to get help at all and held fast to the wires even harder. The kitty got down with the help of a crane and he immediately ran away as chance directed him. These guys were found in the yard by a dog. They were put in the box and their mom was expected to take care of them, but she didn't show up. They're little flying squirrels. The rescuers were advised to feed them with cat's milk. An aquarium served as a house for these babies. They were given dry food because they have already got teeth and slightly bit the woman who fed them from the dropper. And they eat well. The savers will take care of them until they get stronger. Afterwards, they will be set free in nature. There's a huge influx of little kitties in shelters. They say that people could bring up to 40 kitties a day. Is it really that bad? The point is that many people take a kitty to a shelter in response to its sorrowful cry. It just seems a good decision to help out. But there's no need in that. Mostly the kitties look healthy. In fact, their mothers just go hunting or search for other ways to get food and then come back. But the babies are not here anymore. Keep that in mind next time you see a kitty and hear its pitiful cry asking to find mommy. If the little one looks healthy, you'd better leave it and wait for its mother. A puppy got trapped under the balconies of a high-rise building. Obviously, he fell through that gap and couldn't get out. They had to destroy a part of the cement revetment. The baby was saved and returned to the owner. Maybe not everyone wants to hear that passing by late at night. A cat begged people to help and was heard. The rescue workers went down into the deep well and pulled the poor thing out. It's hard to imagine what reason made the cat go in there. Was it thirsty? And another question is why people didn't provide a cover on the well. After a walk, this Fluffy came home but got stuck under the entrance door. The rescuers couldn't just open the door, as they should act with precise caution. They used a jack to lift the door up from its hinges. As soon as the cat realized that he was able to get through, he rushed with the speed of light towards his flat. Here is one more well, but in the field, and there's a special concrete trough for animals next to it. People use it pouring water from the giving well for cows and other grazing herbivores, one of which decided to cope by itself without waiting for people. It's a goat. Her legs went numb, but everything will be all right. The mother of these puppies thought it was quite a good place for giving birth and for the kids to grow up. But this is a wild thicket with a lot of sticks, not the best conditions for newborn puppies. That's why the rescuers took the mother and her babies to a safer place. Aside from extinguishing fires, the firefighters often face with animal rescues. One day, when the grass was flaring owing to boiling hot weather, they pulled out a cow from a huge hole too. Which case did you like the most? Tell us what rescues you know. See you soon. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Bye for now.